Hello, Moment friends! Ending here for another episode of the epic story. When we last left off, we were getting ready to talk to Pippin, and now here we are.
There may once have been good reasons for using such stones, but no longer.
I would like to apologize for spoiling our picnic with such frightening conversation, Staffdang. The food was delicious, and the company was excellent, of course. But I should not have spoken so much about the Seeing Stone, and what I saw within it. You assure Pippin that it did not ruin the picnic, and that you are simply glad he is all right now. Well, I thank you for saying so, my friend. I will give such an artifact a wide berth from now on. I assure you that. There may have once been good reason for using them, as Gandalf says, you know, wizards. But now that there's so much trouble in... well, you know what land I mean. Now that there's so much trouble away to the east, I dare say no one should speak into those stones, ever. I will get back to my duties now, Staftang. It was nice to see you again. All right. Peregrine has kind of lost himself, it seems, but that's okay. It's all right, you know, for him to be completely freaking out. I mean, he did just interact with the Seeing Stone. But anyway, let's continue on with the Council of Gondor. All right, buddy, let's talk.
I am the Warden of the Stores. It is a difficult responsibility.
Ah, the Council resolutions are already written. That was very fast. It is good to see such haste, for it usually takes much longer for the orders of the Council to be put into action. Everyone is worried about what lies ahead, and it spurs them to move with haste. I'm the Warden of the Stores, which means that all the food and goods brought into the city fall within the scope of my duty. I will find where they can be stored safely and free from theft or spoilage, and ensure that the folk who need access to them have it. I must confess some trepidation to you, Staftang. If the city is besieged, I will surely become the most hated man in Minas Tirith. The man who rations the food is never loved by the hungry. The resolution will allow me to conduct full inventory of the stores, so I will know how much food and other supplies we will have at our disposal. If the gates are sealed by the war, the inventory may become very important indeed. All right, good to know. Let's continue on with our resolution deliveries.
I am the captain of the garrison, and I take my duty most seriously.
Thank you for bringing this to me so quickly, Staftang. I'm the captain of the garrison, which means the training and command of warriors in the city falls to me. I take this duty very seriously. At the latest council meeting, I spoke on behalf of my men. The garrison lacks the weapons and armor needed to mount a true defense of the city, should our enemies breach the gate. Furthermore, we simply do not have enough men. To that end, I argue that the scouts should be recalled from the Pelennor and Talthanor, and put to work as part of the garrison. Partheneth did not like this suggestion. When you have finished with this duty, perhaps you can see if his temper is cooled. The council did not agree with me, and there was much sympathy for the ideas of Parthadan. Still, the Guild of Smiths has been commanded to double its production of weapons and shields, so the men I do have can hope to be better equipped for the battle ahead. It is not everything for which I hoped, but it is something at least. I love this place. This is the best tavern in all of Minas Tirith because of this simple thing here. The Oliphant, and they're practicing with the pumpkins and arrows, and so awesome. So awesome. Alright, buddy.
My brother and I have been teaching the folk here how to bring down a Mumuk.
Greetings, Staftang. My brother and I have been teaching the folk here where to shoot at a mummock in order to bring it down. This crafted fellow is not as large as one of the actual beasts, but it still serves as a good practice for letting fly our arrows. If you retrieve the arrows I have already fired and give them to my brother, he will be able to practice. He has been asking for his turn for a while now. Alright. Let's collect all the arrows. Collected the Blackroot arrows.
Have you seen our father around the city anywhere?
Thank you, Staff Teng. Have you seen our father around the city anywhere? I ask only because we have not yet seen him since we returned, and I'm afraid he might be rather cross with us. You see, he commanded us not to leave the city, but we left anyway. You understand, I'm sure. There were Mummakil to hunt, and furthermore we learned how to best bring down the mighty beasts. That must be worth something, even to our stern and disapproving father. Find him in the city for us, Staff Teng. He will be atop the wall somewhere in the second circle, probably with a view of the gate to the city. And perhaps you could plead on our behalf for leniency? He will be stern, I do not doubt, but perhaps you can convince him that we need not be reprimanded for this adventure of ours. It ended happily, did it not? I guess you could call that happily. Okay, that's awesome. I think they switched who was firing there. That's a cool detail. That's cool. Alright, well, their father looks very happy, clearly. Oh my.
My sons must learn to obey my words, or there will be no sons of mine.
I know you, Staff Teng. You're the man that brought my boys back to the city. You have my thanks for that. I will have some words with them when I catch them. I do not mind telling you. I am the Lord of the Blackroot Vale, and within those boundaries my command is the law. Outside of them, I am given authority over others by the grant of the Council and the Steward. But in the affairs of my own house, and over the actions of my sons, I have complete authority no matter where I am. Dunhere thunders his displeasure, and some of the men nearby shrink away, involuntarily. I commanded them to stay within the city for their own safety. What would I tell their mother if they ran afoul of some evil in Ithilien? Rosfin would never let me hear the end of it. Tell me where they are, Staff Teng, and I will teach them obedience. You tell him that they learned something valuable about fighting Mummakil, and that he can find them in the tavern in Minas Tirith named for the beasts. I know the place. If you help my men finish gathering up these bows, swords, and shields, I will meet you there. My sons must learn to obey my words, or they will be no sons of mine. Yes, so what you're saying is, if we don't pick these up, then you will never go and bother your sons and everything will just be fine anyway? Then we don't need to pick these things up, do we? Alright, LOTRO game logic. We will just ignore all that and go ahead and collect these things. Here we go. To the friendly and loving father.
And furthermore...
You have arrived to find Lord Dunhere mid-shout. And as my sons, you're responsible for upholding my good name. If you do not do as I command, folk will look at you as an example, and say, Dunhere cannot even control his own sons. What sort of a man is that? And furthermore... Dunhere sputters into silence. Dunhere stares at the makeshift mummock, seeming to see it for the first time.
Can I have a try? I will show you how this is done, I warrant.
Ah, love this quest. Lord Dunhere stares at the sight of the arrows flying toward the makeshift mummock, and is silent for a moment. Suddenly he erupts once again, but with quite a different exclamation. A palpable hit, Darefin. That's the way. Why did you not tell me about this, Staff Teng? This exercise seems to me quite a useful one. Can I have a try? My son, I will show you how this is done, I warrant. You will see your sire get it on his first try, Derlin. I cannot stay mad at my boys. They get their skill at archery from me, you know. Alright. Good for you, buddy. And now he's shooting. I love this quest.
Do you see? There is nothing to worry about after all.
He has never been able to stay mad at Derfin or me for very long. Our mother thinks we remind him of himself when we were young. Or perhaps old. He insists he has not changed, after all. Thank you once again, my friend. We will be here practicing our technique. If the battle comes, we will be ready. Alright, there we go. Awesome. I love that fantastic quest. They did such a good job with that.
Thank you for bringing this resolution to me. I will act upon it at once.
I'm grateful that you have brought the Council's resolution to me with such haste, Tufting. As the Warden of the Coffers, it is my duty to maintain the guard upon the Treasury. To my relief, the Council has agreed with my proposal that the guard upon the Treasury doors be increased. If the city is soon besieged, as seems certain, the gravest threat to the coin of the city might not be the enemies outside the walls, but the folk within them. Indeed, an unsavory group has already begun speaking out against the Council and the Steward. And I am sure they would try and pilfer the treasury if given the opportunity. I thank you once more for bringing the resolution to me. Well, you're welcome. Alright, we now need to talk to the Warden in the green, in the southeast section of the 6th circle, so let's go do that.
As the Warden of the Green, it is my duty to preserve the townlands.
Acadian sent you. I have nothing to say to him. As the Warden of the Green, it is my duty to preserve the townlands and its people. I refuse now, as I refused then, to call back the few scouts and guards that have now defended them. They are the folk who will first face the swords and axes of the orcs. I have recovered my temper. The council dismissed his suggestion. That made me feel rather better. I have compiled a report of the situation on the Pelennor Fields. Can I trust you to deliver it to Thalhir, the Warden of the Laws? Many of the farms have been evacuated, and this report may help their owners receive recompense if their homes are destroyed by the orcs. Thalhir can be found in the 2nd circle of the city, in the next episode of the epic story. So, like I said, that is not till the next episode. When we return, we will go to that guy and learn what must be done about all the laws and that stuff, and get ready for the battle here at Minas Tirith. But that is not till next time. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another episode of the epic story.